My beloved child, I know the path has not been easy. You've walked through valleys that many could not see. You've carried burdens that felt too heavy, and yet you kept walking. There were days when you didn't even feel like getting out of bed, but you did. There were moments when you prayed with trembling lips, unsure if I was listening, but I heard you. I've seen every step, every tear, every silent prayer. You may not feel it, but you are stronger now than when you began. The road you've traveled has built something deep within you, endurance, faith, and a heart more aligned with mine. I've walked every inch of this journey with you. Not one moment has been wasted. Even your pain has purpose. Even your waiting has value. And I want you to know something important today. You're closer than you think. The breakthrough you've been waiting for, the peace, the healing, the answer, it's near. You are not far from it, and the enemy knows this, which is why the pressure feels heavier now. But don't let the final stretch become your breaking point. Let it be your proving ground. This is where your faith shines brightest. So before you even think of giving up, listen to my voice. Let me remind you of the reason you started and the promise I gave you. I've never broken a single one. My child, I see the heaviness you carry. You've come so far, and yet the last stretch feels the hardest. The closer you get to the promise, the more it seems like resistance grows. That is not a coincidence. The final steps are where many grow weary, not because they are weak, but because they have poured everything they had into getting here. And now, with the finish line near, their strength feels gone. But that is where I come in. Let me carry you. Let me be your strength now. You were never meant to finish this in your own power. I brought you this far, and I will not leave you here. It's okay to admit you're tired. It's okay to pause, to rest in me, to cry, but don't give up. Rest is not quitting. It's restoration. It's trust. You may not feel progress today, but every step you take, even if it's slow, is still movement toward the promise I've given you. The enemy wants you to quit right before the breakthrough. But I am calling you to trust me one more time. Take one more step. Breathe one more prayer. Believe one more day. You are not losing ground. You are gaining spiritual depth. You are growing in ways you can't yet measure. Stay with me through this stretch. Let my word carry you. And if this message is lifting the burden from your heart, consider subscribing and staying close to the comfort of my voice. You've noticed the silence, haven't you? The moments where heaven seems quiet, prayers go unanswered, and my presence feels distant. But silence is not absence. Just before a seed breaks through the soil, everything is still. Just before the sun rises, the world is at its darkest. My silence often means I am preparing something. I am not ignoring you. I am working behind the scenes. I'm aligning hearts, opening doors, softening hearts, redirecting steps, all for your good. You've mistaken my stillness for delay, but I am never late. What I promised you is still coming, and it will be worth every moment you waited. Don't let the silence cause you to walk away. Press in, keep praying, keep trusting, keep listening. Your breakthrough might not come with a loud announcement. It may come quietly, like a whisper, like peace in the middle of chaos. Stay faithful even when it's quiet, especially when it's quiet. I see you. I'm proud of your perseverance. I'm closer than you think. You are so close, beloved. Don't give up now. You've noticed the opposition increasing. Unexpected struggles, disappointments, conflicts. All this chaos is not random, it's strategic. The enemy always attacks when you're near the promise. He wants to derail you when you're on the verge of stepping into your destiny. But you are not defenseless. You have my word. You have my name. You have my spirit. When the battle intensifies, it's not a sign to quit. It's confirmation you're close. The enemy sees what's coming for you, and he's afraid. So don't let fear steal what faith has built. Don't let discouragement destroy what I've planted. Worship through the warfare. Pray in the pressure. Stand even when it's hard. You were born for this moment. You've been prepared in the fire, and you will come out refined. Let your testimony begin here. with the decision not to give up. If this battle has felt personal, it's because your calling is powerful. Subscribe if you need reminders of who you are and whose you are. Growth doesn't always feel like progress. Sometimes it feels like pain, like stretching, like pruning. But I am growing something inside you. You may not see it, but you are. Becoming more like me. The way you think, react, love. That's shifting. You're learning to let go of control, to trust me in the unknown, to surrender what you once clung to. You're growing in patience, in compassion, in faith, and none of it is wasted. There are seeds in you that have taken root, seeds of courage, of peace, of purpose. They are starting to bloom. Don't measure your growth by visible success. Measure it by inner transformation. Others may not see it, but I do. And heaven celebrates every step you take. Stay with me. Let me continue this work in you. And if this journey has encouraged your heart, share it with someone else who needs it. There are things moving in the spiritual realm right now that you cannot see. Doors are opening, chains are breaking, miracles are aligning with your steps. Just because you don't see the evidence yet doesn't mean nothing is happening. Faith isn't built by what is visible, it's built by what is promised. And I have promised you that I will never leave you, never forsake you, and that I will complete what I started in you. Even while you sleep, I am at work. I am softening hearts you will speak to. I am creating opportunities that will find you. I am building bridges you don't yet know you'll need to cross. This journey is not about striving, but about trusting. Let go of the need to see everything right now. Trust that I am working behind the curtain. One day soon, the invisible will become visible. You'll look back and say, only God could have done this. Until then, keep moving forward with confidence. Each step is sacred. I see your faith and I honor it. You are not forgotten. Stay close to my voice. If this truth brings peace to your heart, consider subscribing and let this message reach others who feel unseen. Do you know how close you are? Sometimes the greatest blessings are just one step beyond the moment of quitting. The enemy wants to convince you it's pointless, but I'm telling you, it matters. One more prayer, one more day of perseverance, one more act of faith. It may be the very thing that shifts everything. You don't have to leap forward. Just take the next step. That's how mountains are moved, not all at once, but one faithful step at a time. Courage isn't always loud. Sometimes it's simply getting up again, starting the day again, trusting again. Every step taken in faith draws you closer to my promise. Don't despise the slow progress. Don't underestimate what I can do with your persistence. Keep walking. Keep trusting. You are not walking toward emptiness. You are walking toward me. And when you need strength to keep going, come back here. Let my words refuel your spirit. This isn't just about the destination. It's about transformation. I'm not just bringing you to a promise. I'm shaping you for it. Every hardship has chipped away at what doesn't belong. Every trial has revealed more of me inside of you, and now you are becoming braver, becoming wiser, becoming more like my image. You've wondered why it's taken so long, but the delay was part of the design. You are not the same person who began this path, and that's the miracle. Your identity is not in your struggle, it's in who you're becoming through it. You are my masterpiece, being refined with eternal purpose. The fire didn't consume you, it purified you. Let this give you peace. You are not lost. You are in the middle of my process. And if this message reminds you of your worth, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who's in the fire too. The enemy wants you to feel isolated, like no one understands, like you're the only one walking this path. But you are not alone. There are others on this same journey, feeling the same doubts, fighting the same battles, holding on to the same hope, and more importantly, I am with you. Every step, every breath, every tear. You were never meant to do this alone. Lean on my spirit. Let my strength be yours. And if you're struggling, know that others are too. That's why I place my people together, to encourage, to lift up, to remind one another that the promise is worth it. Keep showing up, keep believing, and when you need encouragement, come back here. These words aren't just for today, they're for the whole journey. Subscribe if you want to continue walking in my truth together. This is the moment, the edge of breakthrough, the final turn in the road. Don't give up now. You've come too far. You've cried too many tears. You've grown too much. Everything you've walked through has led to this. I know you're tired, but I promise you, the finish line is worth it. What I've prepared for you is greater than what you've left behind. This is the season of reward, of restoration, of revival. But only if you keep going. You're not walking to something uncertain. You're walking into my arms. Let this be your declaration today. I will not quit. I am almost home. I'm waiting at the end of this road, with open arms, with joy in my heart, with a crown of glory only you can wear. And if this message is what your heart needed, share it. Let someone else know they're almost there too. Let's finish this together.